What is going on, guys? I hope you all are having a fantastic evening. My name is DK, and we are back here with another Las Claudia video. We just got the new news for the September 16 maintenance notice. This is going to be following a new unit, and it's going to be a general pull, so it's going to be non-limited. Finally, guys, a non-limited unit that we can pull for. We don't have to worry about him disappearing over time, so we could kind of take a break from the DOH units and the collabs. I feel like we've been back to back on collabs, DOH units, and we feel like get urge so you have to pull or you're gonna miss out. So luckily that's not the case this time. We are going to be moving forward with the general pull, and he is going to be, I hope I'm saying this right, Gorm Crystalia. Yeah, that's really the way it looks like it's pronounced, right? And we also have Divine Soldier Ganon SSR arc. We don't have any details yet on these arcs or the characters, so that will be following with their their video that they're probably going to showcase later on in the morning here, possibly tomorrow morning as well. Usually it's either, I think, after 4 a.m. or kind of towards maybe like the 10 a.m. period too, when they'll be releasing that video. But it looks like for maintenance details, we are getting the new unit and the arc with event releases, gacha updates, promotion, yada yada yada. But the main thing we are talking about here is what's going to be following this update. So we are going to have a new story, kind of like the backstory for Gorm's whole journey here, and of course we're also going to get a Radiance of the World and a Rainbow Mega Cluster, which is, I really just kind of take pride in holding on to these Radiances. But it looks like if we are able to pull this unit, then his level 5 enhance will require that Radiance, because they usually kind of follow that pattern. When a new unit comes out, they kind of hand you over. If you do get to that enhanced 5, you kind of make the decision whether you want to proceed with it or not. They're also going to have, looks like, little fun Ether Coin chance boxes where you can pull various items. And then you can play bonus challenges up to 3 times a day. Just a bunch of fun stuff. This event does look pretty jam-packed, so I'm actually pretty excited about it. Something to play. Of course, we're going to have our event units. So for event points, make sure you are, if you do pull the unit, congratulations in advance, and you'll be able to get an extra 100% on event points, which is amazing. And then if you are using other units like Killer Ice Princess Sevia, Thunderbolt Sevia, you'll get that 50% that's going to help you get those event points up. And it looks like, God, I feel like we just had this, but we're getting towers again, which is fantastic because that gives us an opportunity to get more of those crystals, the mega clusters, and several other mats and materials, mats, whatever you want to call it. And then of course the phantom metals, and the big prize is, for me at least, is going to be mother souls and crystals, because I just can't seem to hold on to any at this point. There's so much happening in this game. So I just feel like I'm just constantly spending. I don't have enough time to save. And when I do save, it's a rough ride. But, it's going to be nice that we're getting trials so soon. I hope they kind of continue this pattern. Like maybe at every 15 something days, we do get another tower of trials, so that we can keep, saving and saving for the next collab or whatnot. Or if you do want to pull for Prince, or not Prince, I'm sorry, Grom, or Gorm, you can actually, just go ahead and go for that. So we are getting also a Ultra Descent of Heroes Festival. Now this is going to be a pretty, wouldn't say, it's kind of bait, but not really, because I do really like one of the actually I like several characters in this banner. If you don't have either of these, maybe I don't know, maybe doing a pull on them, see what what you could possibly get out of it. Roland's a fantastic character with his new update. Beyland is amazing, non-attribute. If you weren't able to pull 2B on this near collab, then he's actually a great successor to that. So I think and then you get the UR arc in there too. I don't know really what to say on this, if it's bait or not, but I feel like even if I didn't have Beyland or Roland or even Lagarbos, I probably would kind of do a couple pulls on it just to see what happened. You never know. So actually we had the promotion updates as well. Looks like we're gonna have training, friends, quests. Nothing too crazy here, but another exciting thing here, guys, is the new Godforge boss. Now this Black Widow looks absolutely insane, and followed with this new boss is gonna be 4 new pieces of equipment for the Godforge. So yay, more grinding for the Godforge. So I'm really excited to see what they bring. Maybe some dark element weapons. I don't know. Super stoked. I'm a huge fan of fighting large fights and bosses, because that's actually what I mostly look forward to in this game. So yeah, we have the Black Willow Necrosion. You know, it is. Yeah, okay. We'll probably figure that out later when someone kind of corrects me on that. It looks like she will be taking place on Sundays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So all three on Sundays. But now to the nitty gritty. Here we go. We have the newly updated units. So we're gonna kind of go over this. This is kind of like the major. This is what I've been currently waiting for because I'm a huge fan of Ice Emperor Celios, huge fan of Sevia, and then I really wanted to see what they did to my girl Tinkili, the diva. I'm not a big fan of Claire. I never was. I really don't care about her buff, but we're gonna look over it. And then my boy Jawline and his Gobble. We gotta respect the love for this guy, and we'll kind of see what else he has. So moving on to the revisions. So we have Ice Emperor Celios. He does get Gale Force. Now what Gale Force is, when HP is at 100%, you get a plus 10% skill charge speed, which is kind of mediocre. It's actually, it's actually first introduced on Leona's kit. It's the first time we were seeing it. It's okay. It's nothing too crazy. 10%, you know, there's other ways to get that 10%, and now that we have arcs that gives us seconds and stuff like that, skill charges, I mean, there's other ways to do it. So I kind of feel like it was a big miss, especially that I'm not seeing any kind of like ice high drive or ice mega boost, nothing like that, right? So moving on, we have Fighting Spirit 3, Sword High Boost, which I believe is a 30% increase to physical. We have Sharp Eyes, which is at a cost of MP. I believe it's either 2 or 3%. I'm not too sure. I have to look back at that. But at the cost of MP, you will get a 50% increase in damage. And then we have Ice Crit Raise. This is actually very disappointing to me. I feel like they could have done a lot more with this. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? There's nothing you really could do about it. But I just felt like he should have gotten maybe a Mega Ice Mega Boost, or like I don't know, guys. It's something, right? So going on to his traits, he does get a damage cap, which is not pretty okay. He does, in the red here is what it's gonna actually be new to his kit. So we have a chance to evade physical attacks, which is it's decent. And then of course the black is gonna be what's already on his kit. When attacking an enemy weak to ice, damage plus 50. And then in the red here, when physically attacking, lower enemy defense by 20% and deal damage. If I'm not mistaken, this will stack with a circle. So if you were to activate that with this, I believe it should be a minus 40% reduction on the defense. Oh, no, actually, no, that's not actually an attribute. Okay, I take that back. I read that wrong. So minus 20% on defense. Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's good. It's nice to see a small debuff like that happen. Actually, that's actually a pretty good debuff. Let's be real here. So for his trait 2, we do in the red, we did get a damage cap of 5k. When an ice weapon is equipped, ice attack damage is plus 40%, which is already an original kit. And then we have physical critical hits have a chance to deal extra ice damage, which is nice because he is an all-out ice unit. So overall, I probably won't be building him right off the bat. He's probably going to sit on the back burner for a little bit. I was actually most excited for Celios because he was one of my first set of new characters when I actually was pulling from him. I actually was lucky enough to get him, and I just loved his animations. It was fun. He was just a little squishy on the defense side. I was kind of sad that we didn't see any defense boosts or anything like that, as he is like I said, he's a squishy character. All right, so moving on to Thunderbolt Sevia, we have Fighting Spirit 3 Diamond Blade. Now, for those who don't know what Diamond Blade is, it is a 30% physical to stone, machine, and dragons. What's cool about this is it doesn't interfere with killer, so it doesn't conflict with the killer effect. So that's actually really cool. So you can go ahead and stack stuff like that. She does come with Thunder High Drive, which I believe is a 30% increase to damage and special damage. And then for her trait 1, we have a thunder damage cap plus 4k, and then damage to plus 20% damage cap plus 2,000 to boss and monsters. So at boss wave, you will actually at boss wave 2 bosses, you should be doing around 6k extra. Outside of that, an extra 4k. So that's not too bad. She's really fast. She has a decent amount of hits. She is dual wield. So you know, you're definitely going to see the damage there. And then if you're equipped with like Solaris, there's a lot of ways to get her up to about 20k on damage, depending on how you build her. My build will probably hitting around 19 to 20k for her, which is really nice. She'll be kind of like a little bit on par with, you know, the way DB Ray is, but DB Ray is actually gonna get his buff soon, so he might just, you know, be insane as well. So if you have her and you have her built and you've kind of been sitting on her, I guess this would be a great time to have her because she's like a great thunder unit. We also have when sword is equipped. This is going to be her old skill. When sword is equipped, both the weapon and armor slots via dual wield thunder attack damage plus 45%. That hasn't changed. She does come with now a continuous haste effect, which is going to be fantastic. We also have, I'm going to go ahead and just read the red because we already know it's in the black. HP recovery amount from active skills is plus 20%, and healing magic casting speed is plus 50%, which is really nice. Maybe if you want to do like a spirit breath build where you constantly recover your SCT. So that, you know, overall she's looking pretty good. Definitely top 3 for me. But this is where I really wanted to find out how, because she is actually already a decent unit. So I kind of want to see what they would do more, and she doesn't disappoint, guys. So she does come with close high boost, auto protection, and light attack raise. That light attack raise is kind of blah because she's not a physical attacker. She doesn't really not damage coming from this character at all. Why they decided to do that, beyond me. It's like giving, you know, shift area a light attack. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. They could have done something else with that. But this is actually where I really caught my eye. So at trait 1, battle start, apply physical attack damage plus 20%. And since it's a physical damage cap, you can actually stack like brave and stuff like that. Her she does have like grand brave, if I'm not mistaken. Also damage cap plus 3k buff to all allies. That is insane. Okay, that's higher than what's her name, Maddie. That's 1k higher than her. That's 1k higher than Beyland's active charisma. You can get that out again. So man, guys, that is absolutely insane. Of course, in the black, her special gauge rises according to the number of units and allies on the field, max 50%. So I'm just in love with that trait 1. Phenomenal. She will be the first that I build out of this entire set, and then I'll probably move on to Sevia, and then we'll go on to the next one because I'm actually really excited for the last one. For her trait 2, we have when buffing a unit's active skills, target recovers some HP, and buff duration is plus 25%, which is really good for the, because she does buff she does buff your team. She's really good at that. Now for her other stuff, we have in black, change the amount of HP consumed by magic. Devotion is 50% of units max HP. Now I believe, I can't remember, we were talking about this. I'm kind of going brain dead here, but I believe it used to be like your entire HP bar. And then I think it's 100% of units max HP. Additionally, something ridiculous. So I'm glad they shrunk that a little bit. And then the physical attack damage cap is boosted when unit special has its true power. That's neither here nor not. Devotion is kind of a weird thing. I probably wouldn't even use devotion at this point just because there's so many other ways to buff your units. I'm not trying to drain you know, my unit's HP in any way, unless, you know, she heals it right after. I mean, let's be real here. There's a lot of ways we can work with that. So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna use it, but as of right now, it doesn't interest me too much. It's more like that 3k buff to all allies. That is so sick. But overall, she would be, I'm not gonna say, I think she might be the funnest unit to build first out of this, as my own opinion. So anyways, moving on to Claire. This girl, guys, I really just don't care about this girl. She has Resolve Up, Earth High Drive, and Phalanx. Well, whatever. It is this last weird name right here is going to be minus 20 to killer and minus 20 to crit hits. There's nothing happening with the newly added skills. Her trait 1 is Earth attack damage is plus 30, damage cap plus 2k. I don't even feel like she can even hit the 10k cap. And then of course when HP hits 0, apply defense to plus 50% buff to all allies. I mean, nuking her for an extra 50% buff, I don't feel like it's worth running her on your team just for that. There's other ways around that, you know, especially with the content that we have now. And a big explosion occurs once per wave, so she can like self-explode. Now I don't know if they increase that by any chance, but I still, like I said, wouldn't use it probably. Unless we wanted to make like a meme video, then of course we'll try to do something funny. But trait 2, magical attack damage taken is -30. Magical attacks don't make a unit flinch or go airborne, and boost physical attack damage based on defense. That's not too bad. I wouldn't mind messing with that, but I just, like I said, plus 2k, she's only gonna be hitting for like 12k. It's not that appealing to me, right? But for others, it might, right? You know. All right, Gobble. This man got the most insane list of add-ons. He got Anula Melt, Terra 2, Pose of Victory, Attack 4, Silence Research, Breaker, Decoy, and Auto Haste, which will be a locked upon 5-star enhancement. I like how they put that in there. That's really awesome. Guys, this list is phenomenal. I mean, Terra Melt alone right here is pretty insane. I believe that's 20 and 30, so a total 50%, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to remember all these percentages, but it's still really good. A Anula Melt for free, these two for free. Silence Research is I think around 6, Breakers 7, Decoys 7, Auto Haste is like 14 SC. Pretty insane. Actually, he'll be the second one I built. It's probably gonna be Killy, then it's gonna be Gobble, then it's gonna be Sevia. It sucks I don't have to leave my boy hanging over here because I was really excited about him, but it was kind of just a huge letdown to me, for me. So it kind of sucks. But yeah, so these are the new units. So I mean, they're looking really good. Not new units, but the new updated units. We also have shop updates, of course. Make sure you collect your free unit souls for Gorm. And then, of course, we have some bug fixes for multiplayer, arc skills, stuff like that. The unit, this is actually interesting, the Unit 2B special attack Dragon Dance may stop hitting enemies partway through. Didn't even realize that was a problem. This is actually interesting. The unit Gobble skill Provoke has the same description of the skill Debris Bomb. The description of Provoke has been changed to the correct description. Okay, so just pretty minor stuff. But overall, this update's looking phenomenal. A lot of content to look forward to. I'm actually really excited. Something to do. Really stoked for the new boss. The new units looking pretty okay. What do you guys think about that blue armor? I don't know about that. It's kind of weird to me. Yeah, just that little head, gigantic blue. It blends in with the background and the font. I don't know. Very odd. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything until we actually see the unit in play. So, but this arc is looking real sick. Divine Soldier looks really cool. Hope they got some cool stuff on here, and maybe a nice AER add-on would be nice, guys. Nice AER, maybe like a cool accessory, something, right? But anyways, this was coming, guys. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. I am really stoked. Like I said, a lot of stuff to do for this next coming week. But if you guys liked today's video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Show some love. But until next time, I will check you guys on the next video. Have a great night. Peace.